Welcome to my super easy beginners tutorials. I'm going to do a little bit of a wildflower meadow. We've got lots of wildflowers out here in the UK now, and it's really nice subject to do, nice and easy. So I have got a little bit of Saunders Waterford. It's a cotton paper. It's about 5 by 7 inches. Nice and little, nice and manageable. Takes a lot of water, but use what paper you have if you're getting used to your papers. I've taped it to a little bit of a board. I am using 3 brushes today. I've got a round number 10, a round number 6 and a rigger. These are Proline Pro Art brushes. I quite like them. They're a mix between sable and synthetic. So I've wet the paper here. This is a Cotman palette that I'm using. I have squirted in some extra colours within here as they've started to run out. So there is a nice palette, and there's a link of that in the description if you are interested in those. Okay, so I've wet the sky. Plenty of water. You should be able to see everything that's happening here. Nice even coat. And I'm going to dip my round number 10 into the water and into the cerulean blue. So we're going for a nice summer's day sky. So what you'll notice is that I'm pushing my brush down and I'm doing a circular motion on the paper. So I'm getting a nice hazy cloudy effect. I don't want too much cloud. Just move that around the paper. So you can see I'm dipping back in. Get some stronger colour in places. I'm going to leave a few little bits of white for cloud. I'm just going to strengthen up the top area of the sky with a little bit of ultramarine blue. So I haven't even rinsed my brush, I've dipped straight into that. So I'm getting a nice blue happening there. I'm going to rinse that brush off. I'm going to pick up a round number 6 now. So I'm going to get some nice trees appearing in here in a nice soft way. So here I have got Viridian, which is a very bright emerald green, and this is going to be too bright. So if I come on here, you can see how bright that is. That green is very bright. So I'm going to take it into, you can't quite see this, let me move this way a little bit, that's it. Take it into this palette, just a little bit, and then I'm going to add a brown. You can add a brown or a red. So I've got some burnt umber here. Take over, and that's going to make a nice natural dark green. So that's your way to make a dark green out of that very vibrant green. So coming on, it's still nice and wet. Depending on where you are, it might not be quite this wet. It's quite cool here today. And I'm holding the brush upwards and dabbing, so I'm getting a nice tree line appearing at the end of this meadow. You want to vary the height of the brush, vary the pressure, so you're getting different shapes. Because I've dropped down to a number 6, I'm in control of this. Nicely in control. Okay, so I'm going to dry that one off. Okay, so we've got a lovely sky and background. That's nice background trees there, lovely and soft. So that's showing you how to do wet in wet trees. And now I've took my round number 10 and wetting this bottom section. I'm going to get a bit of a meadow in. So nice sheen of water. I'm going to come into a yellow. So this is lemon yellow. So I'm sweeping this through. Then dip into a bit more water, and I'm going to use a little bit of sap green. And again, sweeping that through. So going left to right, right to left. So I'm creating some tone on this field. The sap green's nice and fresh, so that's giving it a nice fresh look in comparison to the trees in the background. Still on with my round number 10, I'm just going to start to flick up from this corner. And then I'm going to come into that dark green mix as well, so that's sap green and then this lovely dark green mix. So we're going to start to create a base of grasses where you might get the wildflowers. Rinse that brush off. I'm going to pick up a number 6. Also going to grab a little bit of kitchen towel. So what I'm going to do now is lay this kitchen towel over here because I'm going to do some splattering. So the first colour I'm going to load up would help if my brush is clean. Get more green. I'm just cleaning off the green. So this is cadmium yellow. Loaded my brush up, I'm going to hold my finger. That is to protect the top layer. I'm going to start to splatter. So I'm hitting my finger. You can get loads of lovely wildflowers happening. If you want some to be in a certain place, you can dab in as well. Remember, this is still nice and wet, so this is all going to be nice and soft. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of the cerulean blue and do the same. The more you've got loaded on the brush, the further it will go and the more it'll come out. I put very little on that brush then, because I wanted a lesser effect. I wanted more yellow. And then the last one that I'm going to use is a little bit of rose. We've got lots of different, we've got the forget-me-nots out at the minute. We've got some like wild geranium type flowers. And then a yellow one as well, which I don't know what the name is for that one. So this is rose I'm popping on now. And you can see why I've covered up that section up there to save me getting it absolutely everywhere. And just an odd dab there, so we've got a bigger flower there. I'm just going to come back into the cadmium yellow, just as it's starting to dry a bit more. And just dab in a few more here. I want this area here in the foreground to be a bit more prominent. So as it's drying, you get more of an effect rather than the softer bit. Then the other thing you want to do before you go any further, a damp brush, rinsed out, and just look if anything looks too big. Because when you're doing this randoming, it can be very haphazard. I don't really like that one. What I'm doing now is using a damp brush to blend through. So this shows you how you can get rid of a few if you don't like them. And if I take a little bit of that yellow back in that we used, it's just going to give it a sense of shadow. Okay, I'll dry that one off. Okay, so that's nicely dry. I've just picked up my rigger brush now. This is a long thin brush, it's great for grasses. I've picked up a little bit of Payne's Grey. I'm going to come in and just create a few little birds flying away. You can do bigger birds as they're closer to you. You can do smaller birds, so like a little flick as they go further away. Odds work really well. There was a mark in the sky there that I wanted to lose, so that's helped to lose that mark. A little tip. Right, so I've just got a little bit of that sap green going into that other green that I made up. Just want it to be an in-between green, really. And then I'm going to twizzle around. I'm going to pop in some grasses. Now I find it easier to rest on my little finger and do this painting downwards. But if you like it the other way and you think this is too tricky, you can do it the other way as well. I'm just showing you all my little tips. So remember, it's grasses, it's not freshly mown. So you need to be thinking about different heights, different directions. I'll twizzle that back round. So that's coming into a nice little picture now. And give that a bit of a rinse. And then when you come to do this bit, less is more. You've already got the marks there, but you can come in with a few harder marks. So I'm going to start with the rose and just dot that round the grasses. I'm going to focus on this area here. And the cadmium yellow. So we're just bolding these up a little bit with a few dabs. Dip back in a little bit. The beauty of this brush is it holds a lot of paint, so you don't have to keep dipping back in. And then the last one is the cerulean blue. So I'm trying to stick to those areas where the blue went. Just bring that through. Okay, I'll dry that off and take the tape off. And there we go, so all finished. A lovely summer meadow with lots of wildflowers in there and a few little birds. So there's a few techniques there with the wet in wet, the wet trees, how to create the soft trees, how to do a bit of splattering and a little bit of wet on dry for detail. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do like, subscribe and share. I'll pop a playlist in here and another video here, and I shall see you next time.